What's good, y'all? Welcome back. This is Casual Taste. I am your host, LJ, and today we're going to be talking about Jaire Alexander signing with the Ravens and Desmond Bane getting traded to the Magic. Depending on when you're watching this, happy Juneteenth, you feel me? Got the flag right here. And without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with Jaire Alexander getting released in the first place, because I never gave y'all my thoughts on this. It's an insanely stupid move to release your best defensive player right before training camp. I don't get that at all, to be honest. You're going to cut him before the draft. You know what I'm saying? Use that second round pick on like a Savon Reveal, you know what I'm saying? Or another corner, Darian Porter. I'm pretty sure was available when the Packers picked in the second round. You know, I'm just very confused. You feel me? You drafted a guy who's probably going to play guard for you. Anthony Belton was drafted in the second round for them. You should have grabbed a corner if you knew you were going to release Jaire. Don't get it at all, especially this close to the season. That's stupid. Like, who do you have now? Who do you have? Like, seriously, can you name somebody in that corner room right now? You probably can't, bro. So as far as what Jaire Alexander brings to the table, right? He's excellent in man coverage. He's great in zone coverage. He can play inside and out. He's one of the most confident players in our league. You know what I'm saying? I say our league like I'm in the NFL. You know, hey, one day, you feel me? But yeah, Jaire's one of the most confident players in the league. He's extremely physical defending the run. Although you might not want him to be that close to the line of scrimmage due to his injury history, and that is one of the couple holdups with Jaire is he does get hurt. You're not expecting him to play more than 10, 11 games at this point in his career. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's out of his prime or anything. He's just injury prone to hell, which is probably because of his small frame. You know what I'm saying? Also, there was some off-field stuff. I honestly don't buy into that garbage unless it's literally guys committing crimes. Oh my God, he's a bit of an asshole off the field. I don't care. You feel me? But anyways, though, Packers releasing it was stupid. Ravens got a great player. This Ravens secondary is scary, bro. They have Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, which is one of the better corner duos in the league right now. Jeez, you feel me? Can't speak. They added Malachi Starks and now Jaire Alexander, right? Malachi Starks, extremely versatile safety, super high IQ, can cover in man, can cover in zone, can do damn near anything you ask him to do. I wouldn't play him at outside corner because of the speed with each they own, you know what I'm saying? Also defends the run at a pretty good level. Now, Kyle Hamilton, one of the most versatile defensive backs in the league, could play deep, can play in the slot. Hell, he could even play linebacker if you want him to. Can come off the edge if you want him to. You feel me? So you got four guys that are ridiculously versatile. You can play them anywhere in your defense. Or 4 DBs, I should say. Play anywhere in the secondary. That means so much to a defense, especially the Ravens defense, that system that I forget dude's name. He's on the Seahawks right now. I always forget his first name. But that McDonald defense, they value versatility heavily. You know what I'm saying? And so for them to have 4 guys that are interchangeable, that's scary, bro. Especially 4 guys that are this skilled, right? Marlon Humphrey, former All-Pro. Jaire Alexander, former All-Pro. Kyle Hamilton, All-Pro. That's 3 All-Pros, dog, in one secondary. And then you have Nate Wiggins, who showed extreme flashes last year. Outside of the Eagles guys, was the best corner, rookie corner, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Malachi Starks, which, I mean, you look at 2022 Malachi Starks, that's one of the best defensive backs in college football, if not the best. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm going to edit that out. My bad, y'all. Fantastic secondary. Great coaching. I don't know. The Ravens defense, especially if they can figure out that linebacker, that LB2 spot, and they can figure out what they're doing on the edge, that Ravens defense can be the best in the league. Truthfully, is their secondary is already, to me, on paper, the best in the league. Hell, on paper, that's the best secondary I've ever seen. No joke. 3 All-Pros? That's different, bro. So let's say Jaire Alexander does get hurt. They have another guy just waiting. Chidobe Awuzie. He's a good starter. He would start on 20 other teams in the league, if not more. You know what I'm saying? He's just yet another guy that could come in and play inside and out. He has great flexibility. He's good in both phases. You know what I'm saying? And then they have another guy at safety, Ardarius Washington. He's a solid player. He's just 5'8", so he doesn't have the physical talent that other starters would have, you know what I'm saying? Which is why he's not starting currently, but he is a solid player. When he played for the Ravens last year, you could tell this guy, he's never out of position, super high IQ, as physical as he can be at 5'8", 180 pounds or whatever the hell he weighs. He's a good player too. You know what I'm saying? So even with Jaire's injury history, him probably going to miss at least 6-7 games. You know what I'm saying? 6-7. No, I'm sorry. He's going to miss. We know he's going to miss games, but that's not even going to matter that much for the Ravens because they have crazy depth. Let's talk about this Desmond Bane trade. First, I'm gonna start with the Grizzlies. Right, 4 unprotected picks, fantastic value. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you can get 4 first-round picks for any player that's not like a bona fide superstar, you probably do the trade, especially if you're where the Grizzlies are. Just can't really get a championship level roster together with your current core of players, right? I like that. You know what I'm saying? What I especially like is getting that Suns pick. The other picks, all right, maybe they don't matter too much. The Magic are going to be intact, most likely. All their good players are going to be in their primes, whatever. But that Suns pick next year could be extremely valuable depending on this offseason, right? We already know Kevin Durant's gone. If Devin Booker ends up getting moved, you feel me? That pick could be crazy. But the Grizzlies, right? I wish that we would have been able to see that core more, Jaire, and Bane. But at the end of the day, bro, Bane was the guy to trade of those 3, right? Because Jaire, obviously, he has the ceiling. Jaire, he's the anchor of your defense. And he's been progressively getting better, right? And Bane, not to say he was necessarily the odd man out, but he was the clear third guy. You feel me? I feel like it's more so Ja and Jaire than Bane. You know what I'm saying? With the way Ja played last year, a lot of people were calling for him to maybe, the Grizzlies would be taking calls for him essentially, right? To me, it's like, bro, look at the minutes he played. Clearly, he wasn't himself last year. You know what I'm saying? I think he can get back to that All-NBA level that he was at in, 2022, I believe it was. Not to mention, they got the Jaire extension coming up, right? So they needed to get some money off the books. They also got KCP in this deal, which, KCP is a bit of a nothing burger. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Wells and Vince Williams, to me, are both players that probably will play over him. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cole Anthony. They have Scottie Pippen Jr., which we're probably going to see Scottie Pippen Jr. play a lot with Ja. I'm interested to see how that works because they were doing some interesting stuff in the playoffs. Scottie Pippen was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, by the way. You forget, man. But, yeah, I'm excited to see that, right? They can go down that pathway of just a quick retool, or what I would do, start trading some of these picks. Start trading some of these guys at the back end of the roster, right? You got guys. You got Gigi Jackson, barely played last year. Jay Huff, he's talented. People look at me crazy when I say Jay Huff is a decent player. I don't know why. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? He's a decent player. Can stretch the floor a little bit. Is a really good rim protector off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You got Vince Williams, who was a solid role player in 2023. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't get much run. He was hurt a lot this year, right? You got I know they have more. They have even more people off that bench. I'm forgetting some names right now. Not gonna lie, the name recall is messing me up. Switching from NFL to NBA like that. But my point is, consolidate some of the talent and go get one of the big fishes that might be on the market. You know what I'm saying? A KD, or I think Giannis said he's staying in Milwaukee. I'm not trusting anything these guys say anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I think, if Giannis is on the market, consolidate these guys at the back end of the roster. Pair them with a Desmond Bane to go get a big fish type of player. Somebody that can really change the trajectory of your franchise. You feel me? But I'm not mad at them going and retooling either. You feel me? But I'm just saying they have to stick to one of those. They have to make that decision. Not from the Magic perspective, right? They probably think those picks are going to be pretty inconsequential other than the Suns pick because they plan on being pretty damn good for the next however many years, right? They got their core. You feel me? I do think that they saw Desmond Bane in times where Ja has been out, where he's been able to be that lead initiator, the lead playmaker, You feel me? He's had some double-digit assist games. You know what I'm saying? He's a decent playmaker. He doesn't get enough credit for that. He really doesn't, right? The thing that I have my gripes with is, well, I mean, who is their lead initiator? You know what I'm saying? You got Suggs, not much of a playmaker. Bane, solid playmaker. Franz, solid playmaker. Paulo, good playmaker. And then you got Wendell, who's not giving you much, right? I don't know why this has kind of become a league trend. Teams without point guards do not tend to like do good things. The only team that we've seen without a point guard that's really been great is the Celtics from last year, right? That's because Tatum is such an elite playmaker. You know what I'm saying? But then again, the East is not going to be great again next year. I can understand the Magic being like, this is our time to capitalize on the Bucks without Dame. You feel me? On the Celtics without Tatum. And try to go get us a deep playoff run. See how good Paolo and Franz and them really are. You know what I'm saying? I also like the fact that they went on, they had to get more shooting. We knew that was like their downfall, and it has been their downfall for a couple years now, right? Cole Anthony wasn't giving you much. KCP gave you negative, nigga. I can't even say nothing, nigga. He gave you negative. You feel me? He was garbage last year. So you got rid of some guys that you didn't really want. You went and got an all-star type of talent. My only question about the trade is, how badly will you regret giving up that Suns pick? And who is the lead initiator? Can your team work without a point guard? That's about it, y'all. You feel me? Just some of my takes on the recent news that's come out in the sports world. Next video, unless some more sports news comes out, will be the QB tier list. Tier maker is horrible, so I have to find out another way to do that. What else? I'm thinking of doing, like, going over my roster in my Dynasty League for the NFL season starts. Definitely want to do that as well. So you can expect that video to come out anytime during June or January. June or July, you feel me? Before the NFL season starts, basically. Expect more tier lists after the QB tier list comes out. I don't really know what else to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to cover the NBA draft when that happens as well. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. I'm out. Peace.